När du kysste mig då. Åh gud vad jag skäms, förlåt. Det var första gången. Var det? Första och sista gången. Men det är ju helt fel. Det är bara för att du bor i fucking Åmål. Det är så jävla orättvist. Om du hade bott i Stockholm till exempel, då hade du kunnat få hur många tjejer som helst. Tror du? Ja.
Hi, my name is Louise and I'm a lesbian filmmaker based in Stockholm, Sweden.
Hi guys, I'm Oishani and I'm a reporter and I identify as a bisexual cisgender woman.
Hi, I'm Sandeep and I identify as a gay man.
Hi, I'm Atreyee and I identify as bisexual.
I'm gonna talk about fucking Åmål, which is a Swedish movie from 1998.
The movie I chose is half of it. It's a story about a shy introverted student who helps a school jock woo a woman secretly.
I have cheated a little bit on this video and I've selected two movies. Blue is the warmest color, Shubh, Mangal, Jyada, Saavdhan, and I know they're diametrically opposite movies, but please hear me out.
And the movie series I picked today is Workin Moms. The character I picked today is Frankie from the series, and she's great.
I was 13 years old, I was in middle school, and I wasn't out. At the time, I didn't fully understand my sexuality. Like, was I bi, was I gay, or what was I really? I didn't know, but I was okay with whatever it was. I knew, though, that everyone else wouldn't be, and that scared me. After watching this movie, I felt a sense of joy, like I wasn't as alone anymore. There were others out there like me, and they were even making movies about them. After watching these two girls just not giving a crap about everyone else and what they were thinking and who knew about the relationship, I just felt like I could do that. Like, if they can do it, then I can do it too. That could be me. Not long after I first watched this movie, I started coming out to my friends.
It made me feel happy but also very sappy, sad. I think it was a beautiful ending, and it was emotional, so it made me feel emotional.
I would like to acknowledge that Shubh, Mangal, Jyada, Saavdhan is a movie that has massively sexist undertones, and that needs to be called out, despite it being an LGBTQI representation movie. Shubh, Mangal, Jyada, Saavdhan. Growing up as a South Asian LGBTQI person, I never got to experience the concept of love through two LGBTQ people. It wasn't until that I watched Shubh, Mangal, Jyada, Saavdhan that I realized that I was desperately waiting for a grand, masaledar, dramatic, typical Bollywood gay-ass love story. It has its problems, it has its issues, but I felt like a part of Bollywood's masaledar, romantic love stories, and I felt like I was represented.
I think Working Moms is very funny and really light. Like, it's a relatable series. But my favorite character was Frankie. She's a lesbian and she's in a very serious relationship. They have a baby, and we don't see as many characters who are from the LGBTQ community and from the queer community, and we don't show them as mothers or fathers, not as much. And even if we do, we very conveniently single out the happier moments, not the fact that they have the same emotions like everybody else does. To see a lesbian being portrayed like that, I think it was pretty nice.
Right now, Elin is my favorite. She has little to no filter, and she's very animated. When she finally figures out that she's queer and that she has feelings for this girl, she just goes like, fuck it. I like you, let's do this. Screw everyone else. She just needs some time to get there. Also, she has one of my favorite lines of all time. Excuse me, can you please move? We're gonna go fuck.
My favorite character is Paul, the jock. if he was the protagonist, it's like a coming of age, how he learns. There's a situation where he finds out that Ellie Chu likes her, so his immediate reaction for anyone from a small Orthodox community, he said,
What's this say? You're going to hell.
you're gonna go to hell. It was his immediate reaction. Eventually, at the end of the movie, he does accept the fact that when you like someone, you have to be honest with them and you can't pretend.
I really connect with Adele as a personal human being, and also because her character is hinted at being bisexual, and that is an important representation for me because there's a lot of invisibilization of bisexuality and bisexual people in the LGBTQ community itself. Bisexual people need more representation. They need to be talked about more. You can't just keep calling bisexual people greedy or it's a phase or just like, quote unquote, make up your mind. So a very nice normalized representation of bisexuality was there.
You think they have it all under control and they get their shit together and everything, which is true, they do. And well, when you watch the series and they start losing their shit also. But Frankie, I think, has a consistent growth to her character. When you begin the show, you see her battling postpartum depression. She's in a rut and she makes a very bad decision. In terms of character development, hers is quite, it's very noticeable that she went from being what she was in the beginning of the show to what she is at the end of the show.
When it comes to portrayal of queer experiences, I don't see this movie getting anything wrong. Of course, it's not showing all queer experiences because that would be impossible. But I do think that most, if not all, queer people can see themselves in these characters, whether they're out and proud in the closet or somewhere in between. And I honestly think that this is a movie that everyone should watch, especially in their teen. And that goes to straight people too. I think they would also really benefit from this. Like, the movie just showcases so well what it is to struggle with your sexuality. It has characters for everyone, and the teen characters, like, they're so fantastic. The awkwardness is so real. So real.
A small Orthodox community like Squahamish, it shows how Orthodox the church is, and people are not out, and Ellie Chu is not out. It's a pretty accurate representation. The experiences did seem like it could really happen to anyone. This could be someone's story. I think it did really well there. What did it get wrong? 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 I don't think it got anything wrong.
What did it get right? I think everything. I think what it did get right was that it was very realistic. It was not like she was this aesthetically pleasing gaze you see in most characters. Like, she was not just an addition to a show because you need to add gay people. I think she was an important part of the show. Rinaldi, who plays Frankie, did a lot of justice to the character.
This film helped me realize that I didn't have to keep my queerness hidden. There are others like me out there, and that I could live openly if I wanted to. I didn't fully come out to everyone. It took a few years before I did that, but coming out to my friends was a huge step for me. It sounds really cliche to say it, but it was really like some weight lifted off my shoulders. I felt so much lighter.
Yes, it did help me. Our movies in general, they just show friendship comes here and then love comes here, or something. Like, I don't know, that was a stereotypical thing. I think like friends are always like the hype man, love is like, I don't know. But I think we are the people we are today because of our friends. For majority of us at least, I think so. And I think they have a big influence in your life and they're important. Even Ellie Chu was like the outcast and she didn't have friends.
Up next for Ellie Chu.
Paul like throws a stone at their car when they were making that joke about Ellie. It values friendship and love equally.
Are they model movies for correct representation of LGBTQI communities? debatable. I think blue is the warmest color, is a much nuanced film that can be watched as a representation of LGBTQI perspective. Shubh Mangal Jyada Saavdhan is an entryway to give Indian teens a feeling that you're okay, you're allowed to have a boyfriend, you're allowed to have a girlfriend, you're allowed to send cheesy texts to each other, you're allowed to do everything that your heteronormative cisgendered friends do in college, do in school.
Yes, it did help me in a way that, you see someone doing so well for herself and being accepted by her friends and, family. And the fact that I see representation, I think representation is the one help that I needed. It's out of series, they just add gay characters because they want inclusivity, and diversity. Hiring a person of color just because you want diversity in your team is just like, what the hell is that supposed to mean? It's just that, adding a gay character to a story that you don't give any consistent growth to. It's like pretty shit.
Half of it is more than just a movie because it's true life. These things happen to people. Straight people meet gay people and gay people meet straight people in life, and like people come out, and yeah, I think these things really happen, and misunderstandings and heartbreaks and the loss of a parent, and how it teaches you that world is not a safe place.
The Working Moms is more than just a series because you don't just introduce a queer character just for the sake of. They also give her her own moments, and they make sure that she is not just a background noise.
Fucking Åmål is more than just a movie because it gave me the courage to come out.
A very, very, very happy Pride Month to all of you. Stay safe. Keep fighting for your rights. Keep loving.